Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this bar, legs, and abs workout without any equipment. Today we're gonna go body weight only. I do have a mat or a soft surface. It's something that you feel comfortable laying on. And then I'm also gonna be working with a little bit of balance support today. So I have my handy dandy kitchen chair. Maybe you wanna grab a chair, maybe you wanna go next to a wall or a countertop, whatever works for you, but we're definitely gonna want something to support the balance. We'll go ahead and start facing that chair actually. And we're gonna begin with let's start with our right leg forward and our left toes back. Lift your back heel really high and bring your hands, let's start with our palms to prayer. We're gonna drop the hips down and then extend the legs, come back up. Down, up. For now, my weight is really even between my 2 feet. I'm dropping my tailbone towards the mat. Perfect. Now bring those arms to a circle. As we lower the hips into the lunge, you're gonna twist towards that right leg. And as you stand, you're gonna come back to center. We go down, twist, up. Now this might already be a little bit of a balance challenge. If that's the case, first, maybe step your feet a little bit wider, like you're standing on 2 train tracks that are a little bit further away from each other. If that doesn't take care of it, go ahead and grab that chair and put your left hand on the chair. Last 8, we're gonna hold it down. 6, 4, 3, hold it down and give me a little twist towards that right side. Tailbone down, belly in. There we go. We're gonna come back to center in 5. Last 4, coming back to center. 3, 2, come back to center. Now you're gonna lift your right heel, lift your arms up, lower the right heel, lower the arms down faster if you can. Drop, lift, drop, lift. By now that back thigh should be burning. We're gonna hold the arms up, hold the heel up in 8. Last 6, last 4, 3, hold the heel up, hold the arms up, pulse for just 8. We lower the heel, we'll step that left foot forward in 4, 3, 2, lower the right heel, step your left foot forward, step your right toes back, lift your right heel nice and high. Palms can come to prayer to start. We go just down and up, down, up. Now this side is my less stable side. So I'm checking to make sure that knee isn't pushing past my toes. And from my vantage point, it's tracking in line with my second and third toes. Good, keep going down and up. Bring those arms to a circle. We're gonna add the twist towards the left. You go down, twist left, center stand. Twist, center stand. Trying not to move your hips as you rotate. So when you twist towards the left leg, put a little bit more thought into reaching your left hip a little bit forward. Yeah. All right. Feeling those legs, feeling those abs. There we go. 8, as promised. Last 6, we're gonna hold it down. 4, 3, hold it down. Give me just those twists. Twist. Perfect. Shoulders away from the ears. Last 8, we come back to center. 6, we have our calf raises. 4, 3, back to center. Lift your left heel, lift your arms. Up, down. Good, you can get a little lower in the hips, try. Up, we're gonna hold the arms and legs lifted in just a moment, and we'll finish with some pulses. Last 4, 3, we hold the heel up, arms up. 2, hold your heel up, hold your arms up, give me 8 pulses. 8, we're gonna lower that left heel. 6, don't go anywhere. 4, 3, lower your left heel, step your right foot next to your left foot, and now bring your fingertips behind your head. If you can get a little bit lower in your squat, try. We're gonna rotate to the left, to the right. Good, add a little pulse in each direction. Squeezing your knees together. Spine is long, belly is in, tailbone is pointing behind you. 8, 7, we are gonna get into that bar work. We are at the chair, we are at our bar. 4, last 3, last 2, Last one, and stand. All right, you feeling warm? Oh, we're feeling warm. Turning to face me, let's have our left hand on our chair. We wanna zip the legs together. Do we? We do. Zip the legs together, lift your heels up, and now slide down that imaginary wall. Come on down. We are gonna go so simply today, right? 2 counts to lift, 2 counts to drop. 2 counts to lift, 2 counts to drop. Keeping it simple. That's what we like. I'm recording on a Friday, right? By Friday, you are feeling pretty spent. Maybe you're doing this workout on a Friday, who knows? Or maybe any other day of the week where you're feeling a little bit spent. I'm sure you've seen this meme. I saw this meme recently that it was like, I don't want AI to be doing my writing and my creative work so that I have more time to do my laundry. I want AI to do my laundry so I have more time to do my creative work. And by golly, do I wish we had some sort of robot to take care of the admin in our lives, in my life. As I've mentioned many times, I'm moving. Maybe by now I've already moved. In fact, that's true. We take it to a single count. Let's go a little faster. Don't worry. Just when I'm storytelling, I'm not getting distracted. I hear that beat. We're working hard. 8. Anyway, so I'm moving. So I got a lot of stuff on my plate right now. It's really testing me, testing my ability to set boundaries. 4, which is not my strength. 3, not as strong as my thighs. 2, last one, hold it down. You're gonna swivel the hips. Now, I know that you may start swiveling your hips and you feel, I don't know, embarrassed, cutesy. Not cutesy, obliques, obliques, thighs, thighs. I used to judge a hip swivel. No more. It's hard. We're going down for 2, down for 2. Woo, up for 2. Try to stay in that middle area, that spicy zone. Last 5, we hold it down. Last 4, we're gonna pulse. 3, 2, hold it down, just pulse down with those hips for 8, for 6, for 4, 3, 2, stand. Good. Shake out your legs a little bit. Separate your feet to hip width apart. I'm gonna step back a little bit more so I have more space in front of me. We're gonna focus now on the right leg moving, left leg stabilizing. Bend your left knee. Take your right foot forward. We're gonna lift that right leg. Up. Lift. Lift. There we go. So, yes, when we lift the leg, you're gonna feel your hip flexors because they are flexing your hip, makes sense. I want you to think a little bit less about the height that you're getting with that thigh and more about the straightness that you're getting with the knee. Because the knee being super extended is gonna help firm up that quad so we get more support from the quad and the hip flexors can get a little help. Next layer, not only are we thinking knee as long as possible, you're also thinking of pulling your abdominals up and in, like you're zipping up your pubic bone to the rib cage with every lift of that right leg. Lift, lift. Feeling the top of that thigh. Oh yeah. Anyway, so yeah, moving is a lot of admin. And I'm not the best, I think, at articulating when I'm feeling overwhelmed or like when I need some space, right? So it's a season of life where I'm working on it. 5, we're gonna hold it up. 4, we're gonna hold it up. 3, 2, hold it up, last change like this. Give me a little bend, stretch. So we're softening the knee and then extending the knee, contracting that quad. Contract, 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 get it higher if you can. 8, we're gonna switch the chair to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, whoo, and release. All right, switching that chair to the right side now. Facing me once again. We're gonna zip those legs together. Lift your heels up and slide down that imaginary wall. Up for 2, down for 2. So it's gonna be a second set that looks very similar at the start and then very different towards the end. I'm gonna turn to the side just so you can see. My hips are underneath my shoulders. My ribs are pulling in. I'm not letting my butt go back as I lower, right? So it's not a squat. I'm really thinking of a wall behind me. My sacrum, where my pelvis and my back meet each other, is against that wall, back of my rib cage against that wall, back of my head against that wall. You can also do this with your heels down. If you have your heels down, then it's gonna look more like a squat. Just so that you have more space to move, you can push your butt back a little bit. So heels down, more like a squat, heels up. We're going for that classic quad burner, torso upright. 5. In 4, we're gonna go for a single count. 3, 2, and now a single count. All right, how are we feeling? You feel those legs? You feel your calves? If you only feel calves and you're not getting any action here, when you stand, think of pulling your kneecaps up instead of just pushing your foot through the floor. Kneecaps, stretch, up. Pull those kneecaps up. Just little hints, little tricks to get the muscles firing a little bit differently. There we go. Let's do 8 more. In 7, we're gonna hold it down. Instead of hip swivels, we're gonna go for tucks. Still moving the pelvis, but we're gonna work in that sagittal plane, that front to back. 4, 3, 2, hold it down. Now you're gonna tuck your tail. Tuck, release. I'm gonna turn to the side, tuck, release. Curling your hips underneath you. Front hip points pulling up towards your front ribs. 4, 3, keep the tucks, we take it down for 2. Tuck 1, tuck 2, tuck 1, tuck 2, tuck 1, tuck 2, tuck 1, tuck 2. Now you can always go slower, if that's better. We're gonna hold it nice and low. We're gonna finish with some pulses. Last 8, last 6, last 4, 3. Hold it low, just finish with some pulses. Down and down. Now we're not in the tuck. We're in neutral, tailbone is heavy, pointing at the floor, not pointing at the backs of your thighs. Last 8, we lower the heels. Last 6, 4, 3, 2, lower those heels. Separate your feet a little bit. Bend your right knee. Point your left toes. We're gonna lift that left leg. Up, down. Nice. All right, now this side is my weaker side for sure. So we'll see how we go. Focus on your breathing. When everything else is letting you down or letting it, getting a little chaotic, focus on the breath. It's a lesson for the mat and it's a lesson for life. Here we go, lift. Good, keep your right knee bent here. So we're also gonna feel that right outer hip stabilizing you. That's part of the work. Lift, drop. All right, maybe you're doing this no equipment workout on vacation. I hope that for you. I hope you're traveling. Or maybe you're doing a little staycation. Maybe you've turned to this workout because you've been a little bit more, not lazy, that's not the word that I want to say because that's not the truth. Maybe you've been putting a little bit more effort into the relaxation and you want a little bit more of that heart rate up, a little bit more of a sweatier feel for your vacation day. So you're starting off with some workout, that's great. Maybe you're just watching this on vacation, drinking your coffee. I love that too. 4, you hold it up. 3, 2, hold it up, and now give me a little bend stretch. Do you watch these videos without doing them? That's my question to you. That would be pretty funny. Maybe, I don't know. You just want to watch me suffer, I guess, and get like progressively sweatier and redder. It's your life, man. You do what you want, gal, whatever you want. 8, 7, 6, we're coming down to the mat. In 4, 3, 2, and release. Let's just wiggle those hips around a little bit. First in one direction, then in one direction. I want to stretch out your calves before we go down. Press your left heel back, left heel down. Whew, goodness gracious. All right, and then right heel back, left foot forward. Pressing the right heel into the ground to release your calf muscles. All right, and now I'm gonna push my chair a little bit out of the way. We're done with the chair, and we're gonna come into our planks. And we are gonna plank today immediately down on those elbows. So go ahead and take your elbows to the floor. Shoulders are over your elbows, palms are pressing into the mat. And we're gonna go for some cross-legged planks. So you're gonna cross your right foot behind your left foot, squeeze the thighs together, uncross, cross your left foot behind your right foot, squeeze the thighs together, uncross, cross, uncross, cross, uncross. We're gonna feel our inner thighs here waking up. Backs of the legs as well. If you wanna change this up, you prefer a kneeling version, you're gonna do the same thing, but on your knees. It's a little bit harder for me to work a single count on my knees. So if that's the case for you, just go a little bit slower if you're doing that kneeling version. 5, you're gonna hold the right foot behind your left foot. 3, 2, hold your right foot behind your left foot and rotate your left hip towards the floor. So you're in a little bit of a twist. You can probably see my butt here. We're gonna exhale, lift your hips up, pulling from the left side of your waist into a little pike, and then lower your hips down into that twisted plank. Up, up, down, down. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, lower the hips. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower the hips. Feeling those shoulders as well. 5, we're gonna hold the hips up. 4, halfway. In 3. In 2, hold your hips up halfway. Give me little pulses of those hips. Up for 8. Last 6, we're coming down on the right side. 3, 2, and lower down. All right, you're gonna come onto the right side. We're gonna continue hitting these left side obliques on the floor. A little bit of inner thighs as well. So starting with your right elbow underneath your right shoulder, squeeze your legs together and bring them slightly in front of you. Whew. And reach your left arm overhead. We're gonna inhale, prepare. On the exhale, you're gonna lift both of those legs up, trying to reach for those ankles, and then inhale, lower both legs down, rolling to face me. I roll to the right butt cheek a little bit, lift, and then I lower back down. Let's do 2 counts up. Exhale, lift, inhale, drop. Working those left side obliques. 5 more, and then we'll just hold it up. 4 more. 3, getting ready to hold it up. In 2. Last one, hold it up. Give me reaches for that left foot. 8. In 7. In 6, we freeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, just freeze. Point your toes. You're gonna cross those legs. 8. In 7. In 6, we go back to that plank. In 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, back to that plank. I'm gonna go to the other side now. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Step your legs back. We're gonna go for those crisscross. So we cross right foot and left foot. Squeeze and squeeze. Now, the wider you start those legs, the more your inner thighs are gonna have to work. So you can go really wide with your legs. If you want a little bit more intensity, you do you. We're gonna hold the left foot behind the right foot. In 5, last 4, in 3, 2, left foot behind the right foot, rotate your right hip down this time. We lift those hips. Up for 2, down for 2. Up for 2, down for 2. On the knees it looks the same. Lift for 2, lower for 2. Your back toes, the left toes, can be on the mat. We're hovering. I have mine hovering because that just feels more comfortable for my hips, but you do you. We're gonna hold the hips up halfway. We're gonna finish with little pulse. In 8, last 6, last 4, 3. Hold your hips up, give me a little pulse, pulling from the right side of your waist. For 6, for 5, we lower down. In 4, 3, 2, lower down. Turning now so that your left shoulder is towards the floor. Whew, I just wanna be transparent. I'm like really feeling this, okay? Left elbow underneath your left shoulder. So if you're really feeling this, we're in the same boat. While we were planking there, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Okay, and we made it, so we're good. Reach your right arm overhead. Breathe. Exhale, lift your legs up, reach for the right ankle, and then lower back down. And lower. And lift. And lower. Good. Push out of this left shoulder a little bit, right? So we want to hug that left shoulder away from the ear. 4 more. And then we'll go for those pulses towards the right ankle. 3. Last 2. This side feels much easier for me somehow. Last 1. Hold it up. And now give me 8 reaches for that right ankle. In 8, we hold. In 6, we hold. 4, 3, 2, hold. Cross those legs for 8. In 7, 6, we lay on our backs. In 4, 3, 2, and release. Whew, oh baby. All right, we're gonna go ahead and lay on our backs. We're gonna finish off with some more inner thighs and some more abdominals. So we're gonna go ahead and start with our legs in a frogger position. Heels together, toes apart. Knees are wide towards the outsides of your armpits. Plug the middle of your rib cage into the floor and try to get your lower back to touch as well. Now, I'm actually gonna point my toes for this, so point your toes instead of flex, as I said earlier. We're gonna take that left leg down towards the floor. Exhale, lift your left leg back up. And then inhale, take your right leg down towards the floor. Exhale, take your right leg back up. That's the move. Down for 2, lift for 2. I just looked through my window and there is a massive construction crane. I don't know what's going on. All right, so what does this do? It's working our abdominals, of course. It's also working our inner thighs, which I'm really feeling already, which is great. If this bothers your hips, first step before you kind of give up, I would say, is to close the knees and do the same thing in a parallel position. Maybe that feels better for the hips. Second step is you can keep the legs down and instead lift one leg at a time, which maybe will feel a little bit better. 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, ooh, last 1. Hold it up. Now, we're gonna try to lower both of the legs at the same time. Go as low as you can without lifting your mid back off the floor. And then exhale, lift your legs back up to that starting position. Down, up. Good, I'm not moving with the beat here, I'm just moving with my own breath, inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. We're gonna add another element. If you wanna stay here, stay. Or if you wanna make it a little bit more intense, as you lift the legs up, you're gonna squeeze the knees together. As you lower the legs down, open the knees apart. Lift and lower. 8, we're gonna keep the feet on the floor, knees will be wide. In 6, we'll keep those feet on the floor, knees wide. In 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Lower the feet down, knees are wide. Take your hands behind the head. We're gonna lift that chest. Up, 2, down, 2. Lift, 2, lower, 2. Here as well, when you lower down, the middle of the back should stay touching the mat. I can't slip my hands underneath you. Good. All right, now we're gonna add some legs. So we're gonna lift the chest, lift the left leg, lower the chest, lower the left leg. Lift the chest, lift the right leg, lower the chest, lower the right leg. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. There we go. 8. Woo! 7, we're feeling that 6-pack. 5, we're feeling those inner thighs. 4, we're gonna hold the chest up. 3, in 2. Last 1, hold the chest up, lower that right leg down, and reach your arms forward. You're gonna give me little pulses. Forward, forward. Good, keep pulsing. If it felt better to have your hands behind your head, go ahead and put them right back there. Good, 8, keep pulsing. In 7, Nice, 6. We're gonna close the knees, keep your torso lifted. Last 4, keep the torso lifted. 3, just close those knees. In 2, keep the torso lifted, close the knees. You're gonna take your right hand to the right ankle, left hand, left ankle. Right to right, left to left. Hands behind the head, looks the same. This is it, 8. Good, 7. In 6, we're gonna stretch. Last 5, we're gonna stretch. In 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Release. Oh my goodness. What a workout. All right, go ahead and roll over onto your stomach. We're gonna go for a Cobra to release your abdominals. Tuck your tailbone under, lengthen out your lower back. Hands are next to your chest. Hug your elbows in as you lift your chest. And now you can look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale, press yourself up and back into your downward dog. Now we're gonna watch out for that chair. I want you to lift your right leg up, bend your knee, and then open your hips towards me so that we can release those right side hip flexors. Give me little ankle circles here. In one direction and the other. Now square off the hips towards the floor. You're gonna take a big step forward with your right foot. Drop your left knee down, untuck those toes, and now you're gonna reach your right arm back for your left foot. Pull your left foot towards your butt. Good, once you have your left hand on your foot, you're gonna rotate that right shoulder back towards the floor. Trying to get a little bit deeper into the stretch, feeling that left thigh open up here. If you can't reach your foot, don't worry, you can stay in this stretch with the foot down, getting a little bit more hip flexor, a little bit less into the belly of the quad. Gently release that left foot back down, right hand to the floor, right foot back, inhale, prepare. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward dog. Lift your left leg this time, open the hips, bend the knee, and give me those little circles of the ankle. Reverse your circle. Square off your hips towards the ground, step your left foot forward, drop your right knee, untuck your right toes, and now spin that left arm up and back. Grab onto your right foot, pull your right foot towards your butt. Once you're holding the foot, square off your shoulders towards the mat as best you can. Final stretch right here. Gently release that right foot back down, and you can bring those knees together to face me. Oh my goodness, the sun just came out. We're feeling good. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you, as always, for joining me, for meeting me on the mat. What a pleasure it is to work out with you. If you like this workout, let me link you to some of my other legs and abs workouts, right? So you can keep this leg and ab burn going. And if you like this workout and you just want more workouts like this, then I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. It's Emily's Line Fitness. I have new workouts coming every single Monday, and I'm hoping so much one day to have more workouts coming out 2 days a week, 3 days a week, who knows? The more subscribers, the easier it will be for me to make it happen, so I really appreciate that subscription. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this 25 minutes, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. Bye-bye.